the story of Abraham's faith and God's promise. Years had passed since God first spoke to Abram in Ur of the Chaldeans. Years since he had left his homeland, his father's house, and everything familiar, all because of one divine promise. Go to the land I will show you, and I will make you a great nation. Abram had obeyed without hesitation, trusting the voice of God. But now, time had tested that trust. One night, as Abram sat alone, the Lord appeared to him in a vision. "Do not be afraid, Abram," God said softly, "for I will protect you, and your reward will be great." But Abram could not hold back his feelings any longer. He lifted his eyes toward heaven and said, "O sovereign Lord, what good are all these blessings when I don't even have a son? You've given me no children, so my servant, Eliezer of Damascus, will inherit everything I own." It wasn't rebellion. It was a cry from a man who had been faithful but was beginning to feel forgotten. Abram was old. Sarai, his wife, was barren. The promise of becoming a great nation felt impossible now. Then the voice of the Lord came again, firm and gentle. "No, your servant will not be your heir. You will have a son of your own who will inherit everything." The Lord then led Abram out of his tent and said, "Look up into the sky and count the stars if you can. That's how many descendants you will have." Abram looked up. The sky was flooded with stars, more than his eyes could count. In that moment, something shifted in his heart. Though he still had no child, though his circumstances screamed impossible, Abram believed in God. And the Bible says, the Lord counted him as righteous because of his faith. Faith, not because of what Abram saw, but because he trusted what God said. Then the Lord spoke again. "I am the Lord who brought you out of Ur of the Chaldeans to give you this land as your possession." Still, Abram asked humbly, "O sovereign Lord, how can I be sure I will actually possess it?" It was not a doubt, but a request for confirmation. Abram wanted a sign, something tangible to hold on to. And God, in his grace, gave him one. God told Abram to bring a 3-year-old heifer, a female goat, a ram, a turtle dove, and a pigeon. Abram obeyed, prepared the animals, and laid the halves side by side as the Lord instructed. As he waited, vultures came down, trying to eat the carcasses, but Abram drove them away. It was as if the enemy was already trying to interfere with the covenant God was about to make. Then, as the sun was going down, Abram fell into a deep, heavy sleep. Darkness covered the land, and a thick terror filled the air. In that shadowed moment, the Lord spoke. "Your descendants will live as strangers in a foreign land. They will be slaves there for 400 years. But I will punish the nation